Guys, we're very excited.
We have a very special announcement. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to OTO.
Episode number 6.
Dang.
That's crazy.
I say that every time, I think.
Yeah. Today, we have a fun episode for you guys.
We're going to do conspiracy theories.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah, we're just going to read some conspiracy theories and give like our genuine first reaction.
Yeah, and our opinion and what we believe and whatever.
Yeah. First one, flat earth. This theory rejects the scientific consensus that the earth is a sphere and instead claims it is a flat disk.
Personally, I don't believe this, but it's funny because Dad does.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it says it in the Bible, so I don't know if it technically says that. Like, I don't think it straight up says that Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat, yeah.
But it says something along the lines. I don't really know. So my dad thinks that it is flat, but Bubby does too. But I do not.
I don't either.
You don't think it is?
No.
Wait.
I don't even really have anything to say about that.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, this is kind of good. COVID-19. Various theories have emerged surrounding COVID-19, including claims that it is a hoax created by the Chinese or that the vaccines contain microchips. Now, do I really think that it was like, do I think microchips? That's like a bit of a stretch, I think.
Yeah.
But do I think it's probably just like the flu? Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I never really thought about that, but I remember like they were saying that like the vaccines had like side effects and could like people weren't people like dying after they got the vaccine. I don't even remember. So much was going on.
Well, also Parkinson's is one of the side effects.
Yeah.
And Nana got it and she has Parkinson's.
Yeah,
now.
my grandmother got the COVID vaccine and now she has Parkinson's. So I don't know, but I have like heard that, and I never got vaccinated and I never got COVID. But I mean, that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I got COVID.
Yeah, but did you get vaccinated or not?
No.
Oh.
No. I just personally think that it was like a way for the government to see how much they could control.
Dude.
And they did. They literally locked us down.
Yeah, that was a crazy time.
And nothing has really recovered fully since that.
Like, and people still like get COVID and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good one that I would really like to talk about. Vaccine safety. I feel like this, you don't really like think much about it till you become a parent, and then you gotta make the choice
I haven't thought about any of this.
Vaccinate your kids or not. So it says some people believe that vaccines cause autism or other harmful side effects, despite scientific evidence to the contrary. I personally think that vaccinating your children is a good idea. I do think that like with new like discovery and research and stuff like that coming out, maybe you should like space them out, not get so many at once. So yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I think what really causes autism and like all of these things that are like rising in number is the food that we eat and the dyes that they're working on banning.
Dude, yeah.
That's what I think. Okay. Government cover-ups. These theories suggest that governments are hiding information or manipulating events, often involving claims of secret experiments or hidden technologies. Have any opinion on that?
I'm personally just not a big fan of the government.
Felt. I definitely think there's shady.
Oh, there's definitely some shady stuff going on.
Yeah. But so I would have to say, yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I just personally think that they definitely manipulate events and even like with COVID, like they literally just controlled the entire country and
yeah, that was awful. Awful waffle. What?
Oh, secret societies. Theories about powerful hidden groups like the Illuminati or QAnon claim they control world governments or other major institutions. Well, actually, I was like interested in this one because it says QAnon. I remember when QAnon like started like being a thing, I was actually into like podcasts and stuff, and it was like a Reddit thing, and everybody thought that Q was Trump.
Oh, really?
And like I remember somebody like posted on there and was like, if you're Q, and like the followers were called like QAnons,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, if you're Q, say this sentence in the like whatever speech they give on Easter or something like that. And he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And I remember it was whenever like on the podcast that I was listening to, it was like pretty much conspiracy theories, and I was saying like, you know, Trump was gonna like expose the government and all this stuff.
Oh, shystas.
But that was years ago.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are probably gonna think I'm stupid, but I literally don't think that the moon landing was real. And lately, like I wasn't sure how to feel about it, but lately I've seen like these videos come up on my TikTok, and it's Neil Armstrong, and literally in multiple clips he says that it didn't happen, and people think he's joking, but if you look up the videos on TikTok, he does not look like he's joking. Like he looks dead serious, and everyone's just like like laughing it off.
Yeah.
But he's like basically admitting that didn't happen, and people just think it's a joke.
Yeah.
And like there's other evidence too. Like what does it say down there?
The flag moving in the wind, no stars in the sky whatsoever, the misaligned shadows, these have all been points made in the conspiracy theory that Neil Armstrong didn't take the first leap for mankind on the moon in 1969. For years, conspiracists have argued that NASA staged the landing and that the secret has been protected by the CIA ever since.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember too. I saw a video or something. Somebody was on Google Earth, and I don't even know where the heck they were, but they like zoomed in. It literally looked like the exact setup of the moon landing. Like they had like rocks and like all this
Oh
stuff.
my gosh.
And it was like the exact setup of what the moon landing would have looked like.
Yeah, and isn't it crazy they did that in 1969 and no one has been on the moon since then?
Yeah.
And I also don't think that Katy Perry actually went to space.
What? That's a thing?
You didn't see about that?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. Her and like 5 other women like went in a rocket ship supposedly and went up to space for like 11 minutes, I think. And then came back down.
Bro.
And there's already videos of people being like, this isn't real, and here's proof. And I'm like, yeah, that literally didn't happen. And they made it like a joke, and it was like so ridiculous.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no way. There ain't no way. But yeah, you're right. 1969, it's 2025. Like literally the other day, I activated a card and I held it to my phone and it activated. You can't tell me you guys can't go to the moon.
Yeah, right? And
So
there's
shut
so
up.
much stuff.
This says Disney created Frozen as a distraction. People have long discussed the conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenics technology to freeze himself when he died, even though the Disney family refused to claim. However, a new theory is that the Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about the late Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure. That's crazy, because have you ever seen that like cryo freeze stuff?
No.
It's in like in the 100. Did you ever watch that? In the 100, they go up to space, but they're like all gonna die or something, so they like do the freeze thing for like 100 years or something that to see if Earth is livable again. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
How much sense would that make, dude? Because you know, you Google Frozen, Walt Disney or Disney or
it's called Frozen.
Yeah. So if you Google that, you're gonna find all that stuff about that movie and nothing about him.
So like Disney World has like a lot of like dark history. Have you seen about that? And they had this like I don't know, they used to have like a water park or something, or like some kind of river or lake. I don't remember what it was, but people would go and spread their like past one's ashes into it. And so they say that like the haunted mansion or whatever it's called is actually haunted.
Oh my gosh.
And there's been like stuff about it. And then something else crazy happened there. I think there's been like deaths or something like at the park. something like that. I don't know. But there's like a lot of dark history into Disney too. Like it's crazy.
I've heard a lot about trafficking happening there and like kids going missing and like they like go into
Oh my
I'll have to like
gosh.
look the video up again, but they would go into like one of the resorts and there would be like one of these like buildings that had a bunch of like hidden rooms and stuff like
Oh
that.
my
And dude, they
gosh,
would just
dude.
snatch kids.
Honestly, I believe that.
Yeah.
But that's insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I wasn't going like. I just know like past like creepy history, not like that like dark stuff.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. Bigfoot is real, guys. Bigfoot is real.
I do
Mark
not at all
my
believe that.
Words. What?
Finally, something we don't agree on. I do not think Bigfoot is real. Tell me your reasoning.
Because have you ever seen that iCarly episode
I think
about Bigfoot?
I think so.
Okay, what else? What more proof do you need?
All because of the iCarly episode?
Yes. Why would they make a whole episode on it if it's not real?
Because it's been like a. What do you mean?
Okay, but listen, I just do. Okay? Do you really need read that? Read that right there.
I don't, but somebody did tell me that they saw Bigfoot.
Well, they probably did. Look at him. He's right there. Look at him. Bigfoot, Sasquatch. Call it what you Many people are convinced the elusive creature exists. For years, people have tried to track it down, resulting in videos and images often emerging of a tall, hairy animal walking upright. People have literally seen him and got him on video and pictures. He's literally right there.
It was probably just a grizzly bear.
You can't tell me that he's not real. No. That's a grizzly bear with a man's face.
Have you ever heard of AI?
This is way before AI.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody did actually tell me that they saw Bigfoot like 2 times, but
well,
they're also a drunk.
Haters gonna hate.
We're all living in the Matrix. No, really. People think we're living in a real-life simulation. The theory is supported by crazy coincidences and happenings that occur during a glitch in the Matrix. This could be anything from recognizing the same background character to losing track of time.
Honestly, all my information comes from TikTok, and I've seen so many.
It's so bad.
Well, I'm not in school anymore, so where else am I supposed to get it?
Yeah.
I've seen so many videos on TikTok about like glitches in the Matrix. Have you seen those?
No, but talk about Walmart. Talk about what you saw in Walmart.
Well, I didn't see anything in Walmart.
Well, no, but like the video.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's not really a glitch in the. Well, it's not a glitch in the Matrix.
Well, it's like another dimension or whatever.
Okay, but a glitch in the Matrix is whenever like a bird like stops and then just dies. You know. Like, I've seen videos of that.
It literally says this could be anything from recognizing the same background character to losing track of time. So, like, that girl said in that Walmart video about how she saw, like, people walking in
right,
whatever, the frickin' frack.
So, there was this video I saw on TikTok, and this woman, I don't even fully remember it, but she went to Walmart, and it was, like, really late at night, like 3 a.m., no one else was there. And she went in. I don't think she saw any workers.
She said there were no cars in the parking lot.
No cars. She went to the grocery section. She looks behind her, and there's like 3 women.
Yeah.
Like, and they were all just like laughing, like talking, whatever. And then I think they started like following her, and she ran out, and they were running behind her. And she got in her car, locked her doors, and looked around her, and there was nobody there. And then on her way home, she kept hearing laughing. Dude. Yeah. Like they were right behind her.
Yeah. Or that other one that you sent me where the woman was in Walmart and she saw younger her.
I sent you that? I don't think I sent you that.
Oh, okay.
I don't
so then I saw one where she saw her from like 10 years ago.
What?
Same haircut, everything. And she was like, that was literally like my haircut. Like, it was me 10 years ago with both of her kids from 10 years ago.
Oh, that just gave me chills.
And she had a miscarriage and there was another little boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she was like bawling making this video because she was like, honestly, like, it was creepy, but it made me so happy to see how happy that family was.
Aww.
I know. And she was like, but like, it literally was her and all of her kids 10 years ago.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so this says Bill Gates is making fake snow. With extreme weather conditions occurring across the United States in 2021, TikTokers, of course, stoked the fires on a Bill Gates conspiracy theory that he was creating fake snow that burns instead of melts. Spoiler alert, he wasn't. Okay. That's crazy, actually. Probably because of all those fires and stuff. But our grandma is very into the conspiracy theory that they're spreading stuff in the sky and they're making fake clouds and fake weather and like everything basically is fake.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do kind of like believe it to an extent. Like sometimes I look at the sky and the clouds don't look the way that clouds used to look, and like I'm like, okay, that's weird. I also, for the first time, like a couple months ago, experienced the Starlink satellites being sent up
Oh,
into
really?
space, and they were all on a line. I literally thought I was like seeing aliens
Oh
come
my
down.
gosh, I saw that before too. I didn't know what it was.
Dude, I was about to wreck my car.
Oh
Like
my
I was
gosh.
like, what is that? And I
It's
quick
so
called
weird.
grandma because, you know, she's the conspiracy theorist about this
Right,
stuff.
right.
So I quick called her. I was like, Grandma, look in the sky. There's all these lights in a row. And I was like, they're disappearing one by one. Hurry, look. And she was like, those are Starlink satellites. And I was like, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
I just think some of that stuff's kind of like weird.
Yeah, sometimes like I do honestly think that they like spread stuff. Like I know they do in like fields and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So I don't know. And then also our government is weird. So
Yeah.
who knows what's going on, but trust God, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, period. Hallelujah. All right, aliens.
Aliens. I used to believe in them, but I don't really know if I do anymore. But I also know that they've said like there's other planets that are like livable on. So how do we know that there's nothing living on them if they're livable on? You know what I'm saying?
Well, how do we even know that they're livable?
Well,
Have we been there?
well, no, I don't know how the scientists know, but
No.
it's just like if like who came up with aliens? You know what I mean? Like who came up with them if they're
Yeah.
not real? And how have there been so many stories about them?
Yeah.
And like even TV shows and stuff, like if they're not real.
I think like the most convincing part of it to me is like all those conspiracy theories that involve like the government hiding it and stuff, that like they know about aliens and like all this stuff.
Yeah.
And that they're hiding it from us. Now that like I could get behind. But I don't know if I really believe aliens are real. I don't think I really do.
Do you remember whenever the mall thing happened in Florida or something? There was like I don't remember where it even was, but it was at a mall, and there was just like tons of people started like running out of the mall, and there was like news people around it and everything. And I remember if like people died or what, but there was supposedly footage, and then there was like none. Like nobody had any footage of anything that happened. But there were like people were saying that there were like these really like tall like creatures that were like running at them, and that's why everyone was running out of the mall. And there's videos of them, tons of people running out of the mall,
but you can't see anything else,
and nothing was explained as to why it was happening.
Oh my gosh, it's like that woman on the airplane.
Yes!
Remember when she was like, that thing is not real?
Yes. And then
I believed her. I do believe her.
Dude, I do, and I think that like I think they or something, because I don't think that the woman that they have interviewed
that they did the apology video or anything, she's not the same
it's not the same person. And there's literally like proof, like you can look at pictures, they have like different like noses and like all this stuff, like they don't even look that much alike.
I don't know, they either killed her or paid her off.
I mean, I would hope that they didn't kill her, but like
you never know.
Where'd she go?
Ooh, what do you think about this? Sirens were responsible for shipwrecks. Call them the original conspiracy theorists, but sailors have claimed that mystical women dubbed sirens would lure them to the rocks and cause shipwrecks back in the day.
So wait, do you think that are sirens like real?
They're a conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like an evil mermaid, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there is some like really creepy stuff in the ocean though, because isn't it like 70 or 90% of it isn't explored?
Yeah.
Of the ocean?
Yeah.
So who freaking knows what else is in the ocean, dude?
And there's another conspiracy like about this. Like, what did they see that they decided they're not exploring that anymore? And in the Bible, it says that God cast the demons in the water.
Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be exploring the ocean either.
Yeah. So I
well,
think
that
that
could
there
just be
is.
sharks, though.
Mm,
No offense to my shark lovers, but they be eating people.
no, they're just nah. Compared to probably what's in the ocean that we don't know about, I would say
Like
sharks aren't even scary.
those
Yeah,
things.
yeah. Imagine if mermaids really were real.
Yeah, but in like all the stories, mermaids are nice. Or is
Yeah,
that just deceiving?
yeah, but mermaids and sirens are different.
True, true.
I do think mermaids might be nice,
Oh
and
my
but sirens
gosh.
are not.
SeaWorld and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, that's
Like
definitely.
the Philadelphia, isn't it called the Philadelphia Aquarium or something like that?
There's a Philadelphia Zoo.
Yeah, they have a
They have an aquarium?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that stuff at all. I
Yeah,
think
me
that's,
either.
like the monkeys and stuff walk around doing funny things, and like it's all they're mentally like horrible. Like they have the worst mental health ever because they're stuck in cages, and that's why they start doing like weird, silly things like that.
Yeah. There was a story about one of the SeaWorld dolphins or whatever, the woman that was like training it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's like these dolphins that are supposed to be in the ocean are literally kept in pools, and they get treated horribly. Like no wonder, like it got mad and freaking hurt her.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Whenever I went on a trip to Myrtle Beach, we went on like a dolphin tour, and dude, I learned so much about dolphins.
Right.
And dolphins are so cool.
Yeah.
Like hands down, I would say dolphins are my favorite animal. They're so cool. Dude, they literally name their children.
What?
They name their children, and then like once the like son grows up and he goes, I'm gonna have to like refresh my memory on it. Let's come back to this.
Okay.
I'm gonna refresh my memory because the son will like go off and like find a wife and then like name his wife after him or something like
What
that.
the
But they have
heck?
like a whole system, and then they all have different names, all of them. So whenever like years later, the mom can call out his name and he can come find her.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Aww.
Dolphins are so cool.
I thought dolphins were like worse than sharks though. Or is that whales? No, I think it's whales.
Whales are really,
Yeah,
really,
they're
really
the worst,
dangerous.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, especially the killer whale.
Oh, I don't want to mess with the killer whale. Dude, those things are huge. And a whale also swallowed Jonah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Could swallow you.
Dolphins are renowned for their high intelligence, demonstrating complex cognitive abilities like problem solving, self-awareness, and the ability to use tools.
Yeah, dolphins are really smart.
They're so smart.
I forgot.
I want to see the dolphins live in pods and form strong social bonds, exhibiting empathy and the ability to cooperate for tasks like hunting and protection. They are known to teach each other skills and pass on knowledge. These groups can range from a few to hundreds of individuals. Dolphins often stay within their family for life, forming close-knit relationships. They share in raising young, protecting each other, and even helping sick or injured members. That's crazy. They literally be helping each other.
That's so sweet.
Dolphin mothers teach their calves a unique signature whistle which acts as a name shortly before and after birth. These whistles are used for identification within the pod and can be used by others to locate a specific dolphin. Dolphins develop their own signature whistle within the first few months of life, essentially creating their own name. Isn't that so cool?
That is cool.
While some male dolphins may form temporary bachelor groups, they often return to their family pods.
Wow. Know a few guys like that.
Yeah. What a shame. The dolphins even out here doing it.
Can't trust nobody.
Can't trust nobody. Oh, what's your opinion on like them creating like robots? Like real life like robots.
I think it's terrifying.
Terrifying.
And that they're gonna take over like everyone's jobs.
Well,
there's already movies about it, dude.
That, and also the fact that like what if something like goes wrong
Like,
and they just start killing us or something?
Like the internet shuts down? Yeah, I don't know.
Like no.
A malfunction? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what all the movies are about. Literally about them malfunctioning and then they turn evil and kill us.
Yeah.
So how do we know that's not actually gonna happen?
Yeah, I just think that's not a good idea to begin with.
Alright. Okay, if you're not a millennial, sorry. If you're my generation, you probably know this from TikTok. If you know who Trisha Paytas is. And every time she gets pregnant, every time that Trisha Paytas gets pregnant, it's right like after someone or yeah, like right after or before someone like really important dies.
Yeah.
So like last time she got pregnant or the time before or something, I don't know, this is her third kid. Queen Elizabeth, I think that's who it was, right?
Queen Elizabeth? Yeah, I think she died.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth died and then she had a girl. And now she got pregnant. The Pope just died and she just announced she's having a boy. So now everyone's saying that it's the Pope reincarnated.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, just might be, you know?
You believe it?
No, but maybe.
No. Oh, yeah. The Satanic Panic. For years during the 1980s and 1990s, and now, America became convinced that an underground network of Satanists was working together to kidnap, torture, and abuse children.
Oh my gosh.
None of it was real, but the conspiracy theories destroyed lives and livelihoods. Please. If it's happening then, it's happening now. And I'd probably say it's probably way worse now, honestly.
Yeah, if you look into all that, because you're a dark webber, man. She knows.
It's so bad. It's so sad.
I am I'm not into cults, but I think that
I'm very into cults.
Like, cults are just such like a weird, crazy thing, and like they do crazy stuff. But there was this one from a really long time ago where this guy like convinced all these people that like that if they ate or drank this stuff that they were going to be like put into alien spaceships and the aliens were going to take them to like some magical land or something like that. I could be completely off, but it was something like that. But instead they had this stuff and it was poison and they all died. And I'm guessing that they didn't go into the alien spaceships and onto a magical land. But
yeah. So, yeah. Oh, we were talking about cults. I wanted to talk about Ruby Frankie.
Oh my gosh, Ruby Frankie.
How crazy was that?
That was whack.
If you haven't watched
crazy.
the documentary, please go watch it. What's it on? Was it P?
No, I think
Hulu?
it was Netflix or Hulu. Netflix or Hulu. Ruby Frankie documentary. What she did to her kids was terrible.
Yeah.
And not just her. Who else was it? Jody Hildebrandt or whatever?
Yeah, Jody Hildebrandt.
Awful, dude.
Yeah.
They freaking abused them and brainwashed them and did all this stuff. But
yeah.
They're free now, so.
Yeah.
Guys, we're very excited.
We have a very special announcement. Littles and Me Co. is coming to you soon. You can follow us on Facebook, Littles and Me Co. We're going to be doing matching clothing for children and adults.
It's going to be mommy and me, daddy and me, uncle and me, auntie and me,
grandma and me,
grandma and grandpa and me.
Yep.
And we're going to have a bunch of like clothes, super, super cute clothes, because we love us some cute clothes.
Yes, so we're going to be very up with the fashion and sticking with the trends, and we're going to have a lot of cute stuff to offer you guys. So follow us on Facebook, even if like you're not from around where we are or whatever, we'll do shipping and all that stuff. So yeah, follow us on Facebook so that you can be notified whenever we're up and running, and it'll be very, very soon, and we're really super excited. Yeah, we're going to start off with just like cute basic tees and like men's shirts, and then eventually we're gonna do like crew necks, we're gonna do like sweatpants and like sets. So we're gonna have some super cute stuff, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Yes, here it is one more time in case we see it. Okay, yeah, that's everything. Yay, see you next week. Bye. These are so controversial, though.
Controversial?
What's the word?
Controversial. Controversial, I think. Wait, no, that doesn't sound right. Controversial? It is controversial. What is it? Controversial. Whatever.
I thought you flipped the
birds. Yeah, I know. But it's not. It's my pointer fingers.
All right.
Bubby. Oh my gosh.
He's
You have
really
the loud...
finding his voice.
Yeah, I can tell. Oh, I've
Oh.
heard that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
believe
believe that.
I do like to pretend like I'm living in a movie sometimes and I'm the main character. But that's another.
So yeah, you
Don't you do
know,
that? Don't you just like to...
no.
Okay.
Amelia Earhart was eaten by crabs.
I have never heard that ever.
The abominable snowman lives in Asia.
He does not live in me, guys. I promise. There is this cult.
Let's just have a moment of silence. Special announcement.
Get ready.
Yeah!
Okay.
I
Say
said it
it.
was good. You said yeah.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye. What is wrong?